Here we are at Baker's, California. My feet are melting.
I mean, it's just Baker, not Bakers.
Oh, it's not Baker's?
We're finally here after a long and grueling drive, and we've already learned one thing. If you're coming to Comic-Con, make sure to bring a receipt. Bert forgot and paid dearly. Luckily, after some begging, they gave him his pass. Now that we've learned that lesson, let's take a peek inside. Pretty good crowds for preview night. Better than last year anyways. There's tons of Star Trek stuff, which was awesome. Bert got to meet Brent Spiner, and I got to meet Michael Dorn. Seemed to be more Ghostbuster stuff than last year, which was also very cool. And as always, tons of Star Wars and other great comic and movie properties. All right, we're here at the Oni Press booth. We're with the guys who brought us the Sixth Gun. Guys, tell us a little bit about where it came from, like where the ideas for it came from. We'll start with the writer, I suppose.
Well, it's an idea that I've been kind of kicking around for years now. I've always wanted to do a Western story, but I wanted to throw in some supernatural elements to it. So, there are elements of the story that have been in my head since I was a little kid, probably.
And I always want to do a Western story with supernatural elements in it, but I didn't want to come up with any of the ideas or write it myself. So I wait till Cullen pitched it to me, and yeah, it was a go.
So you seem like you were lucked out then.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like it's a pretty good meld. Like I mean, a lot of people try that, but what I liked about it was I felt like it was a perfect fit, actually. It wasn't like you're trying too hard. So, I mean, I guess, do you think it's because it's been in your head so long that came out so smooth?
Yeah, I think one of the things we wanted to do is we didn't want to do a supernatural story that had elements of a Western or a Western that had elements of supernatural. We really wanted it to be a good melding of the two. So I worked really hard, and Brian's worked really hard on making sure that those two things, one didn't overshadow the other.
All right, well, with it being in his head for so long, was it kind of intimidating to try to create something? Or
No, not at all. No, I mean, as soon as he in the first issue, in the first few pages, there's something called the Gallows Tree, and I just read it in the script, and as soon as I read it, I knew exactly what it was going to look like, and I was sucked into the story, and, it was the way Cullen writes, so he kind of makes it real for you. It makes it very easy for the artist. I don't have to do a whole lot of work. It just kind of, the pictures, just flow. So it's easy. I love it. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a sick comic.
Tell me about the Sixth Gun.
Well, the comic has actually been one of my favorite little secret finds lately. I was pretty excited to meet those guys. Tommy from Night Flight. Oh, lady.
We almost died.
Tommy from Night Flight recommended it to me, and normally I don't really care what he has to say about comics, but he was actually very right about this comic. It's a really cool blend of not necessarily horror, but just kind of supernatural. Well, it's like they said during the interview, supernatural stuff and westerns. And I just thought it was great because it was very fresh. I feel like other people have tried to meld those two genres before, and it kind of comes out, too heavy on one end, or, they're relying on cliches of some kind too much. And this just seems like it's just a great story that happens to be in the West, and it happens to have, kind of ghoulish elements to it. So it's, like I said, it's been one of my favorite ones I've read recently, and I would give it a 5 out of 5.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for joining. Join us tomorrow for more coverage at Comic-Con 2010.